Hello, welcome my presentation. I am Uttam Kumar Das. My ID 921313. Today my presentation topics intonation and its function. Intonation and its function. In language, intonation is the variations of pitch when speaking. Intonation and state are two main elements of language procedure. Intonation is part of supermagnicental phonology. Intonation helps the recognizes the language that you hear in the same way as the melody of song helps to the recognizes the song that you hear. Key combinations of intonation. Intonation is based to several key of composition. Number 1, pitch. Number 2, sentence state. Number 3, rhythm. Pitch is the degree of highest of our voice is speak. Normally speaking, a pitch is at middle level. Intonation is formed by creation pitch change characteristics of a given language. Sentence stage. Sentence stage makes the utterance understandable to the listener by making the important work in the sentence stage clear and higher in pitch and by shortening and obscuring the unstated word. Sentence state provide rhythm is connected speech. An important feature of English intonation is the use of an intonation accents and extra state to make the face of a sentence. Normal is focus accents goes on the last major word of the sentence. Function of intonation. Number 1, attitude function, accentual function, grammatical function, discourse function. Attitudinal function allow is to the experience emotion, finally confidence, interest, super surprise, doubtful, enjoy, pain, irony, etc. Accentual function when it is said when that intonation has actual function, it implies that the placement of state is somewhat determined by intonation. The term actual refresh of accent. Some write attach the word accents of state when it is said that the intonations as actual function at implies that the placement of state is somewhat the determination by the intonation. Grammatical function. The listener is the better able to the recognizes the grammatical and syntax structure of what is being said by using the information continued into the intonation. For example, such thing as number 1, A, the placement of boundaries when the phrase close and sentence. Number B, the difference between the quotient and stemmatis. Grammatical function performed by tone boundaries. Grammatical intonations is used in those the sentence which is written are ambi, ambiguous, and who which ambiguities can only be removed by using the difference of intonation. In the following example, the difference you caused by the placement of tone unit, the boundaries causes two difference. Interpretation of sentence. A. Those who said quickly made a profit. A profit was made by those who sold quickly. B. Those who sold quickly made a profit. A profit was quickly made by those who sold. The discourse functions of intonation. Intonations can signal to the listeners what is to be taken new information and what is already given. It can include when the speaking is inserting some store of contracts of length, what materials and another tone unit and conversations. It can be conveys to the listener what it can a kind of response is being explained for him. Type of English intonation. In generally, language disgusting several main types of language intonation. The two base type are falling intonation, rising intonation. The other main type of intonation include high fall, low fall, fall rise, high rise, level rise, low rise. Falling intonation. Falling intonation is the most common type of the standard unimpressed intonations in English. It is used for asking and giving informations and normal, quick, unimpressed style. Sounds say the categorical confidence and convince them the rises information. Standard falling information is English falling stronger and deeper than stand. Falling information in Russian standard pattern. Falling information is used on the last stage syllables of the sentence in falling intonation is used to the last stage syllables on the sentence in stimulus declarative sentence. We live in Moscow. He does not live. He does not have a car. Special question. Where do you live? Common imperative sentence. Stop it. Sit down. Exclamatory sentence. What a wonderful surprise. That last part of the alternative question, after or. Do you want tea or coffee? That question when the speaker is sure that the answer will by yes. You lived here, don't you? The speaker is sure and expect the answer yes. Rising intonation. Rising intonation is English. Is a petty completed of phonology. It can express as a number of varieties emotions such as finally, surprise, doubt, interest, lucky, or confidence. Rising intonation is English is very different for rising intonation is Russian. Standard rising intonation is English first goes down a little and the up and does not go as high as the rise in Russian Dutch standard pattern. Rising intonation is used the general question was she glad to see him dependent of introductory part of sentence if he calls part of sentence if he calls asked him to come the first part of alternative question before or would you like on apple or a pair direct address sir you dropped your notebook enumerating items in a list she brought bread cheese and tomato tag question when the speaker is not sure that the answer will be yes or wants your opinion is it is a beautiful town isn't it the speaker thinks that the town is beautiful but asked for your opinion and confirmation. Thank you for all.